Jake Wyckoff, and I'm the next MasterChef Junior. Today I'll be cooking you an omelet. But not any omelet. It's going to have an Asian twist on it. I'm going to be cooking you a Thai omelet, as you can see from these wonderful ingredients I have prepared. I already have bean sprouts, fresh, and I have diced onions that I've cut before. First, though, I'm going to be taking this sweet Asian sausage and be cooking it very thinly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And there we go. Pretty soon that will be going onto the pan. But first I'm going to crack my eggs. Now this omelet can be used vegetarian. You don't need the sausage or anything in it. It can be breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. I personally like it for breakfast because omelets are omelets, remember that. Before I do that though, I'm going to wash my hands because raw food can get very sickening. Here I go. 2 eggs ready to be cracked. And now that is 2 eggs. Now after I get my eggs whipped together with my different sauces that I have, I'm going to be washing my hands because you can also get sick from not washing your hands after dealing with raw eggs. I'm going to be whipping my eggs together with a half a tablespoon of soy sauce for that nice flavor. And I'll be using half a tablespoon of premium fish sauce just to keep it together, nice and together, and so that the eggs will be a lot more fluffy overall when they come out. Now, after all that, I'm going to start twisting my eggs. Here it is, my whisk, and here we go, whisk, whisk, whisk. And after I get the eggs whisked, I'm going to be throwing my sausage onto the pan. After that, all right, now that's nice and whisked together. Now I'm going to be turning on the pan, making sure that that's nice and hot. Wash my hands, of course. Put this over to the side. And now that the pan is going, I'll be throwing the sausage onto it. Here goes the sausage onto the pan so they can start cooking because this sausage will take a little while to cook. There it is, right there. Sausage will now start to cook. I'll make sure that these eggs are beaten a little bit more just because we have that little bit extra time. And I want to make sure that I'm making a good omelet right here. Alrighty then. Now we will be chopping the vegetables. But first I'm going to need to wash my cutting board because I've dealt with raw food on there. And like I said, you do not want to get sick after this. And now that my sausage and my mushroom are cooking, I'm going to be starting on the vegetables. But for right now, I'm just going to whisk through my egg a little bit more. There we go. Now that that's all done, it'll stay there like that for a little while. Now that it's all nice and whisked together again. Of course, as always, I'm going to wash my hands. Got a new set of paper towels now, and I'm glad. And here we are. First, I think I'm going to start chopping the green onions, but I won't add them in until last. And as always, think happy, be happy. And I'm going to turn the fire up a little bit more so that my sausage and my mushroom can start to cook. We're only going to be needing 1 green onion. How about you? A nice blue one. Now here we are. I'm going to start the chopping process. You're only going to be wanting them very thin because they're going to be cooking inside the omelet, and that's why we add them last so that they don't overcook. And there we go, as my mushrooms and sausage start to sizzle as we speak. And as always, you can add any other vegetables or anything else that you'd like to add at around this time. But while all that's cooking, I think I might start on my dipping sauce that I'm going to demonstrate right now. First, you're going to be wanting 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. There we are right there. Add it. Gonna toss and turn this a little bit. Down the heat a little bit. Now we're going to be adding sesame oil, approximately half a tablespoon. Here we are. And now, honestly, you shouldn't be wanting to pour them over the area where you're actually going to be adding the stuff, because then you might add a little bit too much. So I'm pouring them away from the designated sauce area. Then I add a bit of white wine vinegar, or you could use white rice vinegar, half a tablespoon. Then I add half a tablespoon of fresh ground chili paste. There we go, right there, half a tablespoon. Awesome. Now, I'm going to be mixing that up a little bit. Looks delicious. Now, I think I'm going to be adding the onions because now the sausage and mushrooms are getting a bit brown. These onions I've pre-diced in an earlier video. I'm going to toss them into the skillet. I want them brown, but not too tender because I'm going to want that crunch inside the omelet. While that cooks, I'm going to chop a jalapeno for just a little bit extra kick. I'm going to put that there. You want maybe 5 thin pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to want to maybe de-seed them a little bit because, you know, I mean, seeds really add this kick and the spice. And I mean, I'm just talking about me here maybe, but I don't like all of it. Ooh, look at it, nice bubble sizzle. I like that. There we are. 5 jalapenos right here. Add it to the skillet. Ooh, listen to that. I think I might turn down the fire a little bit. Now I'm going to be adding fresh bean sprouts just for a little bit of crunch. But I'm adding these towards the end because they can overcook very easily. And also, there we are. And now pretty soon we're going to be adding the green onions. But I think I should add the egg first. Oh, uh-oh, ooh, that's okay. Actually first I think I should maybe spread out the ingredients inside the pan. Here we go. Now I am adding, I think pretty soon I'll be adding the green onion. Here we are. I'm going to add some green onion, but leave a little bit on the side so I can add a nice garnish to the end. Now, here we go. Here, so far, is what we have. Look at that. I'm going to make sure that all of our vegetables are nice and crispy, and I think maybe it might be about the time that I add the egg. Everything looks nice and done. Alright, make sure that some sausage is over here. There we go. I think we can add the egg now. Here we are. I'm going to put this over here, and here comes our egg. There we go. There goes our wonderful, beautiful egg. Look at that. That egg is sitting inside so that all the vegetables can cook in it and they'll rest. What I'm first trying to do is make sure that the edge of the egg doesn't stick to the pan, even though I am using a nonstick. But I also want to gently curve it around so that all of the edges of the egg can cook. Make sure that it's nice and round. Go all the way around. And then back again in a nice cycle. Now the way you know that an omelet is done is when first there's a lot of liquid inside the middle, but pretty soon there won't be, and then you'll have a nice good egg ready to be served on your plate. Here we are. Now that's a good egg. Or 2 eggs, I guess I should say. Be switching hands. Don't want it to get too uncomfortable. Pretty soon this egg will be completely cooked. Once again, making sure that it's not sticking to the pan so that it can slide right on to our magnificent plate. Now I want to make sure almost completely all of my egg is cooked before I can fold it. And I think that I am almost done. Make sure once again that it's not sticking. And I think that now I can, I'm going to do a little bit more maybe, just to make sure all of it gets nice and cooked. Now I'm going to plate up my beautiful 2-egg omelet. But before I do that, let me show you the final product of what it looks like in the pan. Now, I will fold it over. How should I approach this? From here, looks good. There it is, right there. That is a nice, fluffy omelet, ready to go. Now, I'm going to be adding it to the pan, or the plate. Look at that. That is a nice breakfast to be served. Now let's turn off the fire because we don't need to cook anything anymore. Wash off my spatula. And wow, look at that go. Now, I wonder what I could add to it to make it look a bit more pretty. I know. I could add the rest of my green onion on top of it for that nice bit of green in the midst of all that yellow brown. Man, that is a good looking omelet right there. Oh, and the sriracha. You know, just in case if you want a little kick. Ooh, not coming out. Okay, just twist it open. Ooh, ah. And, oh, of course, the sauce. And this is my wonderful omelet. Thank you for watching. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to fry an egg. First, what you're going to want to do is take your pan canola oil to make sure that the egg does not stick to the pan when you slide it off. There you go. And what I have here is a wonderful egg shaper to where, I mean, you don't have to use this at home if you do not want to, but I'm going to use it so that my egg comes into a nice round shape. So here we go, a nice wonderful egg, crack, and into the pan it goes. And look at that. Wow, that is wonderful. That egg will turn out very nice. Now what I'm going to do is wash my hands because dealing with raw eggs always means that's just bad. Raw eggs are bad. You will always want to keep a clean kitchen. And I think I'm going to add a dash of salt. Ooh, a little too much there. And a bit of seasoning simply. You know, you don't want to overdo an egg. Wash my hands again. Always want to keep a clean culinary lifestyle. And that egg looks like it'll cook nicely. So far it's been doing very well. And the thing about eggs is that if you want to cook a nice, good fried egg, the key to decide if it's done or not is that the yolk has to be firm but still a little bit wobbly, I guess you should say. And the egg white should not be, if you want it nice, hard, it should not be runny at all. It should be completely white all the way through. But if you like your eggs a little bit runny, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to be tossing it just a little bit around so that the seasonings can spread and that the egg can cook. There you go. The egg looks like it will be cooking beautifully. Now, I think I will be taking away my shaper because I do not need it anymore. Place it in the sink so that it can cool off. And right there is the egg. It looks perfectly fine to serve. Now, I will be serving it I'll be putting it on the plate. If done correctly, it should slide right off. There, the yolk didn't break. Everything went A-okay. And that is how you cook a fried egg. And look at that, sunny side up. Perfect. All right, now I'll be teaching you how to cook a nice poached egg. I have about a cup of water boiling inside the skillet because this pot that I have is a bit too large for this to actually be able to fit in. So what I'm going to do first is take some Pam once again and spray it inside this non-stick poaching pan, just in case if, you know, it doesn't poach the right way. Now what I'm going to do is take this off so it can stop bubbling and it'll be a bit safer to place in. And then here we go. And a crack an egg. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Right there. And now this egg will start to poach. Right there. Hopefully you can see it. But you know what? I'll see you back in a couple minutes when it's done.
Action.
Alright, so now that we have poached the egg for about 3 to 4 minutes, it's time to let it out of the pan. Gotta get a nice grip on it. Wow, that is perfectly white all around. You can't even see the yolk anymore. Now, will it fall out by itself? No, it won't. Let's try and shake it a little bit more. Ooh, it's jiggling. There it goes. And that is a wonderful poached egg right there, folks. Be careful, the pan is a little hot. Look at that, white all around. Can't even see the yolk anymore. Just a little bit of bump on the top. Thanks for watching. This is how to fry, poach, and make an omelet. There are a lot of ways to make an egg.